Welcome to Toolbox of Tomorrow, a podcast created by an orchestra of AI tools, with a human conductor guiding the way. We explore what's new in AI and technology, highlighting the tools that can enhance human capabilities and keep you ahead of the curve. From the latest innovations to emerging trends, it's all powered by artificial intelligence.
This podcast is for informational purposes only. The content is generated primarily by AI tools, and we make no guarantees regarding the accuracy or completeness of the information. Please consult a professional before making any decisions based on this content. The creators are not liable for any actions taken as a result of listening. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, let's dive right in. We're talking Claude AI today, specifically this new computer use thing.
Yeah.
Seems like everyone's buzzing about it. You sent over, what, a dozen articles? Plus some pretty intense Reddit threads?
Definitely caught my eye.
Yeah.
It's well, it's not every day AI goes from just chatting to actually using our computers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to have it write you a poem.
Sure.
But to have it, like, open a spreadsheet
Oh, yeah?
and actually DO things, that's a whole other level.
Feels like we're watching science fiction become reality.
Totally.
And what's really cool is how it all comes together. Like, we've got these large language models, image understanding, and something called agents.
Okay, back up for a sec. Agents.
Yeah, so think of them as...
Like secret agents.
Not quite. More like little AI helpers that break tasks down into steps.
Gotcha.
And then, get this, actually do those steps on the computer.
So, hold on. When we say Claude can use a computer, what does that even look like? Does it, like, have robot arms now or something?
No robot arms. It's more like this. Claude sees your screen, right, through screenshots.
Okay.
And then using those agents, it can move the mouse around, click things, type, even open up different apps.
Well, hold on. So, like, no more copy-pasting for me. I can just tell Claude, hey, move this data to that spreadsheet.
Exactly. And that's just the start. Think about, like, gathering info from all over the place, or those annoying tasks that eat up your day, or getting help with coding projects.
People are already using this for real.
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's wild. I saw something about, was it a lawyer?
Oh, right, yeah.
Who used Claude to move data between two systems?
Yeah.
Like ones that didn't even talk to each other.
Exactly. Bridging the gap between old tech and new. Super cool example.
Okay, but back up a sec. How is Claude actually understanding what's on the screen? It's not like it has, like, eyes, right?
Exactly. That's where this multimodality thing comes in. Claude can now understand text and images. So when it sees your screen, it's not just random pixels. It actually knows what's what.
Wait, so it's like recognizing buddies, text boxes, all that?
Totally. And figuring out how they relate to each other.
Mind-blowing. So it uses that to know where to click and what to type.
You got it. But the visual part is only half the story. Like we said, it's the agents that actually control things.
Right, those little AI helpers.
Yeah.
So is it like a whole team of tiny Claudes working together?
That's a great way to picture it. And get this. You can actually have Claude manage other Claudes.
Whoa, wait. Explain that.
So picture this. One user had Claude on their computer.
Oh.
Open up a web browser. Go to, Claude.ai.
Right.
And then ask the browser Claude.
There's T2O Claudes now.
Yeah, ask the browser Claude to, like, build a whole website. AI delegation.
My brain is melting. Okay, so we got these agents handling steps.
Yeah.
Multimodality, letting it see stuff.
Yeah.
But how does Claude know what steps to take in the first place? Is it, like, reading our minds now?
Not quite mind reading, but close. It all comes down to what we call prompting. You give Claude instructions like you talk to a person, and it figures out the actions based on that.
So the clearer my instructions, the better it'll do.
100%. But, and this is a big but, this is all super new tech. It's in beta for a reason. Like some of those articles you mentioned, it can be slow, a bit pricey, and sometimes, well, it messes up, makes mistakes.
Oh, so like that thing I read where Claude was supposed to be coding but ended up browsing pictures of Yellowstone?
Exactly. Like hilarious, but also a little concerning. It's like a brilliant intern, but still needs some supervision.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So to sum up, we've got this crazy, powerful AI, can control our computers, but still early days. Now, the big question, what does this all mean? Like, what's the potential here, but also what should we be worried about?
That's the The $1,000,000 question, right? We've seen what it can do, but let's talk real-world stuff.
Right, because demos are cool.
Totally.
But seeing how people are actually using this out there, that's the good stuff.
Absolutely. And one that really stood out to me, that lawyer example we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. The one with the two systems that didn't play nice.
Exactly. This person on Reddit was saying how they used Claude to basically pull data from one and put it into the other. No API. Would have been a nightmare manually.
So Claude was like their digital data wrangler.
Pretty much. And they were saying, even though it was a bit slow, cost them like $15. Still way cheaper than a paralegal at $40 an hour.
Wow. That adds up fast. Makes you think.
Oh, for sure.
Could AI like this handle like a lot of paralegal work someday?
It's a really interesting thought. Of course, you always got to think about accuracy, ethics, all that, especially with legal stuff. We're not a like full AI lawyer just yet.
Right. Human oversight is still key.
Yep.
But speaking of things Claude is killing it with, coding, man.
Yeah.
Saw that demo where it built a whole website.
Oh, yeah. The 90s one.
Yeah. And not just the look, the actual code, too.
Yeah, that was wild. It opened the browser, went to Claude.ai, asked another Claude to write the code.
2 Claudes.
Yeah. Downloaded it, opened the code editor, ran it, even fixed an error, like, on the fly.
It's like having a coding buddy right there with you.
Totally. And think about accessibility, right? Like, anyone with an idea for a website can bring it to life, even without knowing how to code. That's powerful.
Oh, sure. I saw this one person on Reddit saying this could be huge for, like, data entry folks.
Totally.
Claude's doing the boring stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Humans can be, like, 2-3 times more productive.
It's all about AI augmenting what humans are good at, not just replacing them.
Exactly. Like, giving everyone a superpower. And the cool thing is, it's not just limited to certain tasks.
Right.
Like spreadsheets, websites.
It can work across so many different programs.
Yeah.
Really versatile. People can tailor it to how they work best.
So we've seen legal work, coding, office stuff. What about, like, research? Could Claude be a researcher's best friend?
Yeah.
Help them find all the info they need?
Oh, absolutely. There was this one person, they actually had Claude find trending news stories about AI, open the browser, went to a bunch of sites, compiled a whole list. Like a research assistant.
Think of the time saved.
Tons. Researchers could focus on actually using the information, not just hunting it down.
It's like having a super-powered librarian on call.
Pretty much.
Okay, this is seriously impressive. Feels like it could change so much about how we work, live, everything.
It does, but we got to be real, right? All this power. It comes with some risks, too.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the potential downsides. Time to get serious. All right, time to face the less fun part. We've seen all the cool stuff Claude can do.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the risks, too. Like, honestly, what worries you about giving AI this much control?
The same thing that worries a lot of people in AI, honestly. Safety, security. Like, if Claude can access my files, browse the web, control apps, what's to stop someone from misusing it? On purpose or even accidentally?
Right. What if, like, it gets hacked?
Yeah.
Or accidentally leaks my info?
Totally valid concerns. And to be fair to Anthropic, they are taking this seriously.
Okay, good.
They're really pushing people to use these things called virtual machines or containers. Basically, it's like a little sandbox within your computer. So even if Claude goes haywire, it can't mess with your main system.
Makes sense, like giving it its own little playground away from the important stuff.
Exactly. Plus, they've got these classifiers, which are like AI security guards always watching for anything fishy.
Okay.
And maybe most importantly, they're saying developers should build in prompts that make a human confirm any sensitive actions.
Oh, interesting. So, like, if Claude's about to do a financial transaction?
Yeah, or agree to terms, anything with real-world impact.
It needs a human to double-check.
Yeah.
Smart. But even with all that, I still get a little nervous. What about those prompt injection attacks? Is that a thing we got to worry about?
It's definitely a concern. It all goes back to this bigger challenge in AI called alignment, making sure the AI is doing what we want it to do, even in weird situations or with tricky prompts.
So not just protecting Claude from hackers.
Right.
But also making sure it doesn't get tricked into doing bad stuff.
Exactly. Imagine someone gives it a request that seems innocent, but actually has hidden instructions to make it do something harmful. That's a prompt injection attack.
Okay, yeah, that's scary. Feels like we're walking this tightrope between amazing potential and real risks. But let's switch gears for a sec. Accessibility. Will this just be for tech people, or can anyone use this Claude on your computer thing?
That's a big question. And right now, honestly, it's definitely more tech-focused. You got to understand APIs, maybe set up those virtual environments, write good prompts.
Not exactly plug and play for your average person.
Yeah. But there's this idea that maybe someday this AI stuff could be built into our operating systems, like a default digital assistant.
Whoa, hold on. So you're saying I could just talk to my computer and Claude would just handle things?
That's the dream. True accessibility. Anyone could use it.
That does sound amazing. But who would even build that? Who controls access? Lots of questions there.
Tons. And it ties into those worries about a digital divide, right? Where people with access to powerful AI have a huge advantage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, last big one. Jobs. We've seen Claude do paralegal work.
Yeah.
Office tasks, even coding. Is this going to put people out of work?
It's a valid fear. And we got to be honest about it. This whole technology replacing jobs thing, it's been around forever. But history also shows us that new tech usually creates new jobs too.
So it's not just robots taking over.
Right. It's more complex than that. The key is focusing on how AI can help us, not just replace us. What if, instead of fearing job loss, we thought about how AI could free us from the boring stuff?
Yeah, like all the repetitive tasks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we could focus on more creative, strategic work, the stuff humans are really good at.
I like that idea, but is it realistic? Like, what are these new jobs going to be? How do we even prepare for a world where the skills we need are always changing?
That's the million-dollar question. No easy answer. It's not just about tech, it's about society adapting. We got to invest in education, retraining, so people can keep learning.
Yeah.
And most importantly, talk about this stuff openly, honestly.
Yeah, figure out what kind of future we want.
Exactly. A future where AI is helping us, not the other way around.
Well said. This has been quite the deep dive. From the nitty-gritty tech stuff to these huge questions about, like, what it means to be human in an AI world.
It's a lot to process.
For sure. But one thing's clear. Cloud computer use is a huge leap forward, and it's both super exciting and a little scary.
The key is we're not just along for the ride. We get to help shape this. How AI develops, how we use it, all of it. The choices we make now will determine what our future looks like.
So to everyone listening, think about this. Claude's computer use is a glimpse into that future where AI is woven into our lives. It could empower us, make us more efficient, creative, connected, but we got to be smart about it. Think critically, have those tough conversations. The question is, what role will you play in shaping this AI-powered world? Because it's coming, whether we're ready or not.